Diablo 4 Season 1 is coming out tomorrow, and I'm not playing it. To be honest, I've been wanting to make a video about how bad Diablo is for about a month, but I've been playing other games, having more fun playing them, and making videos about those games. Little history on me. I received early access beta. You know, the one where you had to sign the NDA, sign your life away to play? Yeah, I played that. It sucked. I was so excited to receive the email that said, I've been selected. I downloaded it, and after a few hours, I could tell that the game was not going to measure up to my standards. Therefore, I did not pre-order the game. And I did not play the beta weekend offered for people who pre-ordered because I didn't have access to that. But I watched the videos and people seemed to be having some fun. And the next weekend when they offered the free open beta for people to play, I played it and it was improved. It was improved over the version I played like 2 months prior, although not that much. But I figured, what the heck, I'll play it and I'll even get the early release. And I bought the game with the early release for myself and my friend to play together. He was so busy, he played one day of the early release. I swear, I'm never buying my friend an early release game again. That guy. Anyways, I played a lot over the first week. I didn't play as much as some people on my friends list. Some people hit level 100 before I was 50. I was playing a lot, but I was still messing around with some other stuff. I got to level 63 and I got bored and I haven't played since. And let's talk about why I call Diablo 4 Diablo Snore. I will be comparing Diablo 4 to the other competitors in my life. Diablo 2 and World of Warcraft. I have not played any other games, well, other than, Pokemon and 007 here and there. But since my high school days, it was literally Diablo 2 and WoW. That's all I've played for like 20 years. I've played WoW since vanilla. I love vanilla. And I currently play, stream, write articles about on Warcraft Tavern, and make videos about classic WoW. I also dabble in Diablo 2 Resurrected, although the bots have kind of ruined it. I've played Diablo 2 nearly continuously over the last 20 years. When other people stopped playing Diablo 2, I kept playing Diablo 2. I love it. When no one else was playing it, there I was, still playing the game. And that horrible graphics. But Diablo 2 Resurrected brought me back big time. As for WoW, I played every expansion, but I particularly loved Vanilla and Legion. I quit from time to time in Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Kata, Mop, Warlords. I played them, but I didn't play them in their entirety. In BFA, I took a hiatus for the 2019 re-release of Classic. And in Shadowlands, Diablo 2, like I said, for 6 months, that pulled me away. And I said goodbye to Shadowlands. I played a degenerate amount of time on the D2R beta, like 60 hours over one weekend or something. And on the Diablo 2 Resurrected in general, I played for 6 months, nonstop, like a madman. And I was probably, as a result, given the early access beta to Diablo 4. They said, oh, this guy loves Diablo. I do, just not Diablo 4. It sucked. So now that you know a little bit about gaming history, let's go over the things that ruined Diablo 4, at least for me. Hey, if you like it, that's totally fine. But your taste in games is poopy. Number 1, it's too easy. I never had a challenge at all. The gear comes easy. It's easy to roll really nice gear with the enchanter. It's this constant treadmill where you're always upgrading. You need to get some gold. Oh, I need some more of these veiled crystals or whatever they're called. And let me run something and scrap it. And okay, now I've upgraded it all the way. But while upgrading this item, I found another thing that I could upgrade. And it's just this constant thing. And I just never feel challenged. My character doesn't get these spikes of, oh, I just found this awesome thing. Boom, big spike. It's just it's just a constant progression. It's boring. In Diablo 2, items can have 6 affixes over Diablo 4's 4 affixes. Is that why they call it Diablo 4? Because there's 4 affixes? It's so easy to find an item with 3 good affixes, and then you just enchant and get the other one perfect. And The affixes there's not a lot of them, and most of them are good. Like in Diablo 2, there are affixes that are bad, like, oh, light radius. There's a lot of detractors, which makes good items rare. But in Diablo 4, it's like everything's actually pretty good. Now, when I say the game's too easy, people often retort with, oh, you never played World Tier 4. That's when it gets hard. Well, I did play World Tier 4. It recommended for level 70, but I started World Tier 4 at level 60. And actually, that was kind of fun for a level. From 60 to 61, it was a little bit tough. And I found a couple upgrades after slugging, and then it was a joke. And I'm like, screw this, I'm done. The other 2 times I had a challenge, I tried the level 50 capstone dungeon at level 47. I simply could not defeat the boss. It was like impossible. I had to play perfectly. Everything was a one-shot mechanic. At level 50, I went in there. He fell over. It was a joke. What is that? Like, that's silly. Then at level 50, I went to my first Hell Tide, and that was tough. From level 50 to 51, ooh, that was a bit of a struggle. And then once again, it was a joke. It was easy. So there's these blips on the radar at 50 to 51 and 60 to 61, and then the rest of the game's a joke. I'm playing a rogue, super overpowered. Anyways, cinematics are great. That's kind of why I played the rogue. I was like, this is fun. Looks cool. I love the pew pew pew, but yeah, too easy. I do like that there are these uber rare uniques, especially that they are the same uniques that were, carried over from Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Harlequin Crest, Grandfather. It's really cool that those uniques exist. But you have to be at the highest level, and you have to struggle through the boring game, and I don't think that getting those uniques would make the game any more fun. Number 2, it is a solo game. You might think it's an online game, but no, it's a solo player game. Single player. Yes, you can play with other people, but why would you? The chat window sucks. The emote system is clunky. You see people in the world, but you do not interact with them. You see all these people running around. It's like people on the street. You just walk by them, but you don't talk to them. And you see them, they're running around in circles, and you're running around in circles, and like you're picking up items and stuff. And you see, they're picking up items, but they're in their own world, and you can just see them. I know people do play with other people. The vast majority do not. It's just not needed. What's the point? In WoW, you need the dungeon group. You need the raid to get the gear. There's that social aspect in WoW. In Diablo 2, you ideally are going to want to be playing with a group of people because there's different immunities and you can get through hell solo, but it's really tough. Whereas if you play with other people, then you're going to progress faster than people who are not playing with a group. You can get ahead of the curve and you can make bank, get rich quick, which brings us to trading. Number 3, there's limited to no trading. While there is trading, the item drops so frequently, like they have no value. You can find something really rare, but you can't sell it because everyone else has already found the same stuff. I guess it's not really rare, but it's really good. It's like, oh, this has all the affixes I want. I wonder if I can sell it. Oh, no, it's worthless. The main economy in Diablo 4 has been boosting, and that's been nerfed in the next patch. Let's look at Diablo 2 JSP. All right, so let's talk about trading on Diablo 4 D2 JSP. This is a website that's primarily for trading on Diablo 2, but a lot of other games have trading forums on here too. So you basically, what you do is you sell items for the currency forum gold. I have 81,000 forum gold. That's a pretty darn decent amount of forum gold. I think it's like $10 for 1,000 forum gold or something. Can you pay money for forum gold? Yes. Forum gold is a currency used on the ladder slasher game. See here in the top corner, ladder slasher. This is an actual game, a video game that you play on this website. And so that's kind of like the legal loophole, you could say. Now, I've never bought forum gold, but I trade or would trade items on Diablo 2, and I would spend my forum gold on other items. So you find one item, you sell it for forum gold, then use your forum gold and buy a different item. So here's a guy selling gold for forum gold. So looks like he's doing one for 6. So 1 million for 6 forum gold. Let's see what else. One ring to rule them all. 100% perfect god stats. So this person found this ring. Let's see. It's got a perfect roll on crit, perfect or very high roll on vulnerable, overpower, and crit damage. That is a really good ring. What could this be going for? 250 250 form gold. Like, this is a really good ring, and retract, purchased another similar. Like, this is a nearly 100% perfect ring, and it's like 500 form gold. Like, that's nothing. I've sold Tao Rasha's mask for 500 form gold on day one ladder. Like, oh my gosh. But a lot of people are doing boosts, which have been nerfed, so you could do like 10 runs for 250 form gold. You just sit there and you loot the items. So anyways, in Diablo 2, you find items of one class and trade them for another. In Diablo 4, only the items of your class drop 99% of the time. There's no feeling of falling behind because, like I said, it's a solo game. And in Diablo 2, you feel like you want to be ahead of the pack. You can find an item and sell it to somebody and make bank, and it's just really fun. The economy at the start of Diablo 2, that first 1 week economy, it is popping, man. You can clear to hell, and then if you're way ahead of the pack, you can rush people the next day, and it's great. You get key running and do the torches, and I like it. But in Diablo 4, there's no real desire or need to be ahead of the pack. What does being ahead of the pack give you? People will see that you're level 100 in town, but they're not going to play with you. You don't play with them. Everyone's alone. And in WoW, you want to use your professions and level up and get into the dungeons and grind your pre-bis, and like, you just want to be ahead of the pack and be better than other people, and whether it's in classic or retail, grind out those mythic plus dungeons, get your gear to the highest possible level before the raid comes out so that you can clear the raid fast, and there's just a reason to be ahead of the pack. That's not the case in Diablo 4. So, end of the day, there's basically no player interaction, no playing together, no trading. You're just alone, effortlessly grinding your character, and then after a while, you stop and think to yourself, why am I doing this? This is not rewarding, this is boring. I've not played Diablo 4 in more than 5 weeks. I don't think about it, I don't care about it. Well, what do you think? Do you think Diablo 5 is going to be any good? Not holding my breath. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, please comment and subscribe, and I would love to chat with you. I'm streaming now most evenings on YouTube Live here right on this channel, so pop in and say hello. Dwarf Lord out.